Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are one up from halfway now. It's all about gaining those points now going forward, right? It's all about survival, and for the new drivers as well, just to make sure that they get the most points they can get. We're on race 9. We are live in Belgium, aka Spa, aka a track that's got the famous high hill turn known as A Rouge. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zotal, and we are live. 18 minutes of qualifying is going to be happening now. We've got 14 drivers right now. Good turnout. Noting, of course, that we are on stage 6 of Cyril Ramaphosa's country. But we continue to fight as BrakeAway, load shedding or not. We get things going as we are live on board with Mr. TTK, Brahman Ray. A couple of drivers are already on track. Let's jump on board. I think on one of the Ferraris, I'm assuming it's Ashira, who's going to be the first driver to send it. A couple of drivers on track already. I'm seeing 4 cars that are ready to set the fastest lap. So let me know what the times will be. Spa, remember, is a very, very long track. You better make sure you make no mistakes. Very long, but also very fast. Driver's gonna be brave enough to run a 0-0 here, or are we perhaps gonna be playing it safe? Well, can't wait to see. Comments if you can hear me. Is commentary live? Are we, with each other? Just let me know with a thumbs up or a comment there, so that you let me know that everything is alright as we jump on board with Hashira. This man is a man we know has got rapid pace, but I think a couple of breakaway drivers have noted him for driving efficacy. So I think it's a case of him just making sure. What do they call it, Gamba? They call it Otis Lawrence syndrome. As this man does not know, or doesn't want to rather be behind. So it's either he's up front or he's not. Well, we'll wait to see. Is he full throttle at El Rouge? Chooses not to, but takes it nice and clean. Maybe I'm assuming it's because it's his first shot. Shout out to Guaku, aka Dio. Hey, this guy's giving me problems there, man. In tier 1, but that's not conversation of the day. We jump on board with Ashira. He's definitely invalidated that lap. Noting that he's jumped up. Let's jump back on board with the Bra TTK. That is a Brahman Ray. Hoping to get that bra lotion. Of course, one of 2 bras in BrakeAway. Of course, noting the other bra is Brasile, who is currently, competing with his teammates. Rosberg versus Hamilton there in tier 1. How will he play it out tomorrow? We can't wait to see. Nice, takes it nice and clean, man. Ray. As much as he talks too much, man, Ray, I must say he's definitely improved his driving. It's all about now making sure that it's not only TTK, not only quali as well, but we see this during the race. A bit of a recovery stint that we've been seeing from him, but I'm hoping that one of these races he'll be able to get it right from the start until the end as he takes the loss. Okay, drops it down to gear 2. He's going to be the first driver, of course, to post the time. And his time is a competitive 1:45.6. Let's jump back on board. I think it's one of the red cars. I'm not sure if it's Spy or Tindo. But let's jump back on board with Tindo, who posts a purple second sector representing Alfa Romeo. Is it Tindo? Another man with rapid pace. The legacy of BrakeAway was to prove a point as John Rabico. The man who's joined tier 1 watching his fellow drivers that he has left. As Tindo takes it down to gear 2, DRS will be activated over there. He posts a 146.4, which is 8 tenths behind most of these drivers. Let's jump back on board with the Alfa Romeo. I think that is off Kid K. Definitely you can see that he's using the pad there rather than the wheel. A couple of twitches here and there. Hey, Radiko saying life was food here as a Kid K goes a bit wide, manages to keep it on track, doesn't invalidate, will post a 148. Will definitely need a bit of improvements there. Let's jump back on board with the, I think it's Segza who is sending it. Oh, context, we missed him. I don't know how we missed him. He posted 145.4, which will take him to provisional pole. Segza's on his outlapper. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Context, aka Mr. FIFA, says let us go with the 145.4. That is the time to beat as things stand. Let's go back on board with Stegs. I think he's one of the few drivers who are about to post a fast lap. Well, he just started his now. Let's jump back on board with the Sige representing Alfa Romeo. Remember, Sige has just been promoted, ladies and gentlemen, from Tier 3. And he needs to make sure, of course, noting that we're on race 9, which is a race above halfway. He will want to definitely get some points today as Luz, aka Guzu, posted 145.3, takes him up to pole. Sige will settle for a 148.9, which finds him in a P8. Well, that's provisional P8. Luz is here to bully little kids. But of course, these gentlemen are not going to make it easy. We still have time, of course, for these drivers as we jump back on board with the Aston Martin represented Spegler, another driver that has improved significantly during the season. He is about to post his fast lap. The time to beat currently 145.3. Let's just jump on board and see what his time will be. Takes that on gear 3, says DRS activated. Spegler will post a 146 flat, which will take him above his teammates Mshengu T in P4. Okay, track temperatures are getting heated up, ladies and gentlemen. Times are getting faster. Spizazo, a man who hasn't posted a time yet, will definitely have something to say about that. Sanashira, let's jump back on board with him. Post a 30 flat on sector 1, which is not the fastest, of course, and validated earlier, but manages to make sure he does not this time around. Uses the whole track, takes that on gear 4, short shift up to gear 5. Will take that turn on gear 5. No, chooses a short shift 4, 5, and he sends it, representing Ferrari. Remember, this man, like I said, will definitely want to post a very quick time, as we've seen throughout the season. He struggles when he's dealing with traffic, so he'll need to make sure that this is a clean lap. So far, so good as things stand. Let's have a look at his sector 2. Does he make it purple? Yes, he does. At a 163. Is he going to be a challenge to Lungs, aka Guzu? Well, let's wait to see how he does on sector 3. Remember, the last chicane, or well, apex of the lap will be tricky. Takes it nice and clean. Oh, that is beautiful by Hashira. What will his time be? This looks clean. 144.8. Let us go, Hashira. That is a beautiful lap by the Ferrari driver. That is the time to beat, ladies and gentlemen, as we are seeing yellow flags on track. I'm assuming the Aston Martin there has just run out of fuel. We seem to be having a couple of issues for Liam, who keeps joining and leaving the session. Let's jump back on board with 86. Is he using slipstream of the McLaren in front of him, or will this jeopardize his time? Well, we will have to see if it does help him or it does not. Is he quicker than the driver up in front? A couple of twitches left, right, which just proves that it is riding on the pad. Drops down to gear 2. I think this will benefit him. Does it? DRS activated, rams the car, and he posts a 145.7, which moves him up to P5. Let us go. 86er representing Hats. So it's Hats P2 and it's Hats P5. As things stand, ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 7 minutes to go. Round about 7 minutes. Marshy, another man new to Tier 2, needs to definitely post a time, and it has to be a competitive time, of course. So remember, he is joined Tier 2 late, and he needs to make sure, of course, that he is able to put points on the board. Let us see his first sector. Is he going to be competitive enough? His time, 30.1, which is not bad. It's a purple, but we're not sure if it's purple or not. Of course, remember, EA/Codemasters, we're dependent on those guys right now. Takes it nice and clean, takes that bend clean, but drops it down to gear 2, revs it on gear 2. A couple of test drops down, misses the apex. That turn didn't look clean. Maybe must have lost the 10th there, but he's still sending it. Representing Alpha Tauri. Is he going to be quicker than his teammates? We'll have to wait and see. We've got about 6 minutes to go. It's quali, ladies and gentlemen. It's race 9. We're live as far. Marshy right now seems like, himself and Liam are the two only drivers to post a time. He sends it down on a 1:18.4. Definitely has lost time to the front runners, but we will stay on board with him to see what time will he post. Definitely, I'm assuming he will want to give it another shot. Oh, goes a bit wide and invalidates that lap. So, very tricky start. I'm assuming he will have to send it into the pits, as he definitely does. A very tricky pit entry as well at Spa, but he will give it another go, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, it's lit. Time to beat. Currently 144.8. Are we gonna be seeing low 144s? Are we gonna be seeing 143? In actual fact, that 144 time is actually, I must say, very competitive. Let's jump on board with Man Ray. As we see the time right now, it looks like he's almost a second off his time, and I think it looks like he might have just pulled out of that lap after slowing down. Is it a good choice to enter the pit, give it another shot, or is he going to use the current compound that he is riding? Well, he looks like he's still sending it. I'm not quite sure if he's going to continue sending it or opts to enter the pit. Does Man Ray. Let's jump on board with the Alfa Romeo of Spy. He is sending it, but I don't think that time will be competitive. We'll post a 147, which takes him up to P10. His teammate currently sits in P9. Debo Croc, I'm assuming, might have DNF, or has he opted to basically be satisfied with the time he's posted of a 146.5? Doesn't seem like it, as it kindly finds him in P9. Mic check, little mic check.
Mic check.
Let us go. Better late than never, but never late is better, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by Nebo Kuzwayo. The commentary box has been marginalized by the Alpine drivers in Tier 1. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm good. I'm cold. I've been waiting out in the cold trying to get into the commentary box.
Weather seems not to favor your South African skin there in London, I must say.
Definitely not. I'm struggling.
100%. Joined us on time as we are about to watch the last runs of these drivers. It's a quali. I'm assuming this is probably the last shot as we are on board with the Mshengu T. The time to beat is Sanashira's 144.8 as the Mshengu T invalidates his lap, ladies and gentlemen. So he'll probably just slow down and give it another go. Tindo in sector 3, my boy, is sending it. and has improved by 2/10.
He's got about 2 more corners to go. That final chicane might be a real determinant for him. I think he should try and at least above and Cheng T if he nails this last section.
Oh, and he enters the pit! That's an interesting one. Does he have time to come up?
It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Maybe he's decided that P8 is good enough for him.
Oh my goodness, that was an interesting call by Tyndall, because he was quicker. Well, there's round about 2 minutes to go, so I'm assuming his pit crew needs to act quick and fast, I must say.
Yeah, he's going to need a quick turnaround time to get his car out and around this track. You're looking at about 1 minute and 50 seconds to get around, so he doesn't have much time.
Oh, as a Kid Gate goes wide, I'm assuming that's quietly over for him. He's probably settled for his time, or does he think he can still go around? Well, his ERS seems clean. And this fuel gauge as well seems to be fine. So I'm assuming he might just be sending it again. Let's jump back on board with Sisfig. Looks like Sector 1, he improved it by 5/10. You want to take us through that lap? Oh, goes a bit wide. I feel like every time I jump on camera here, people mess it up.
I think he's quite low on the gear changes in those corners there. I think he could have set the gear too higher and put a bit of traction there.
100%.
Nonetheless, he's sending it around the left hand as going deep into the middle chicane here. Let's see how low he goes. Goes all the way down to gear 4, back up to gear 5 as he comes out on the exit. Let's see what he looks like at the end of sector 2 where it goes wide. I think he's going to suffer a lot.
100%. Let me just interrupt you. Let's jump back with the current provisional pole leader, San Hashira. Looks like a clean lap. Is he going to be improved on his time?
Let's see, he's roundabout where Fitzbig was a moment ago. So let's see what time he posts at the end of sector 2. If he is up on his time, then he's definitely cementing his P1 for the race.
100% looks so clean by Sinai Shira, making use of the full track, riding the curves. It's a purple sector, already 2/10 up. What will his last sector be?
If he can keep this pace, I think he very easily will be in first place. But we know that he tends to do quite well in quali and just struggles a bit to convert that in the race. So let's hope today is not the same.
Well, as Tindo retires, I'm assuming has spun out. What will Sana Shira's time be, ladies and gentlemen? It's a 1:44.6. Crazy lap day, Trevor. I don't think I'll be getting that time tomorrow.
No, that's a very, very intense.
Bit of replacement there.
He's 3/10 up on his time, so that might actually bring him quite close to Sunday Shoes time.
100%. He still has ERS on. A bit of replacement. Maybe let's not watch that view. Let's just keep live and see what his last sector be. Will Man Ray have something to say about drops into gear 1? But he dropped into gear 1, doesn't cost him time. Man Ray 1:45 flat. Only improves his time by 7,000ths of a second. So
I think he lost all his time in that last chicane because he was definitely 3/10 up.
And Lungs, sorry, but Lungs sends it down the straight. He will settle for P4, improves his time by a 10th, but doesn't improve his positions. Let's jump back on board. Let's see Siege. I think it's his last chicane. I think P1 to 7 is confirmed, unless, of course, Siege has something to say about it, but it looks like he's invalidated that lap. Ooh, the time to beat, Nebo. Time to beat by Hashira.
Listen, the 1:44.6 is quite quick. That is quite quick.
100%. But Don Rabiko, teammates with Jonathan Lyer, the other Don, is saying low 142s tomorrow. Hey, don't try us, Don, please, man. Rest, my brother. Rest, my brother. But
Just
the
sleeping in
time
the simulator tonight.
definitely sleep in the simulator. But definitely, what a lap by Sanashira. I mean, I was speaking about this man earlier. That yeah, I think you referred to it too. That this man seems to have a good quali session, but during the race, seems to struggle a bit. I don't know if it's a case of Otis Lawrence syndrome. Remember, Otis is a man that prefers to just lead from the get go. And rather not find himself mid-traffic, because then during the traffic, I think he just loses it. Hoping for a better race today, definitely.
I think if he gets a nice clean start going into the first corner and makes it up Eau Rouge safely, then I think he could really put himself in a dominant position.
100%. As we jump on board with Mamfundo, I think time is up here, but showing him on his outlap, I don't think he had enough time to post the time. So I think he probably just needs to retire and be off to the race. I hope we do not get a late joiner glitch, because I'm so tired of those. But happy that Mamfundo was able to join my teammates and Man Ray, who's currently in front of the grid. So let's just wait and see if he crosses the line. That will be X for the quali session. Yep, he opts to pit. So Mamfundo will just have to settle starting in P16. Bit of recovery to make. Spa in Grebo is known as a track that has got a very it's a tricky track, but not only the track, weather conditions, are always a mess, man. What are you expecting during the race?
I think you always seem to find rain here, whether it's 25% or 50%. There always seems to be rain creeping in at some point during the race. So I think it's a dry race, rare, but I'm sure the drivers will be hoping for that, because it definitely makes it much trickier navigating this track in the wet.
100%. I think it plays with your setup as well. Remember, I think this is a very fast track, so there's a tendency of drivers going like with the very low downforce. But in wet conditions, it's a different story, most certainly.
That's the problem here, is that you set up for the dry and the wet. You need a lot more downforce, and unfortunately, with Park Ferme, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to adjust your driving style.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, it's race 9 of the season. It's 9 of 16. Shout out to all the viewers watching us. We are live. It's BrakeAway Racing. Don't forget to advertise the brand out there. We're about to jump on board. Hey, I think it seems like someone might have. Oh, is it session starting? Because I'm seeing it count down here. I'm assuming it's just drivers loading and not someone pressing X without drivers putting a setup. That must be very annoying for most of the drivers. I'm hoping that they'll have a time to do that. But let's go, Ngebo. How are you finding the season so far? It's very tricky there, Tier 1, man. And it doesn't make it easy. It definitely doesn't make it easy when you find the likes of Tabo T92, recently promoted. You find the likes of Donathan Lager, who are just, not making it easy. So how are you finding the season so far?
I think the toughest thing is that the competition was already high without the new entrants, and the new guys who joined mid-season have put in scorches.
Correct.
And have gotten really good results in the early races. So it really has put a lot of pressure on, call it the mid to lower end of the tier one log, that every race counts now. You need to make sure when you have the opportunity to convert into points that you actually take them.
Capitalize.
There's very few races left. I think we just passed the halfway point last weekend, or last week.
Yep, 100%. It's basically what we refer to as nothing for Mahala. And I mean, I can't really comment on which driver is not giving it his all. Yeah, it's going to be tricky as we have a look at the tires. The sun is out. Most of the drivers have opted for medium compound tires. Normally, if we were getting signs of rain, we'd be seeing a bunch of them on hard. But seems like the majority on the medium compound. Is that the sign perhaps of the weather?
But you know how quickly things can change. You know, around about lap 5, lap 7, Jeff can start screaming in your ear telling you that there's getting rain in 10 to 15 minutes. So I think definitely going with the mediums, they probably expect a safety car too quite early on. You know, we can catch people when they haven't quite warmed up their tires. So maybe there is a little bit of thinking around safety car and game management. But yeah, I think that people will be hoping that the weather doesn't come out.
Well,
plan.
100%. Well, we have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section. Is it the hard compound that's going to be the strategy of the race, or is it the medium compound? It's 22 laps. One might see it as as a quick race, but trust me, it's a very long race here out at a Spa, as Liam gets disqualified, I'm assuming, contact either during the formation lap or either just opted not to start. Marshy is going around, and Mamfundo as well have opted for the medium compound. So the three drivers, Kit K, Liam, and Sage, have sacrificed going around and warming their tires, opted for a DSQ, then risking, then rather warming up their tires. So yeah, I think we might have lost the Stegs there. Escom, of course, is a enemy of progress as things stand in SA. But let us go, ladies and gentlemen. It's race 9. We are live in a Belgium Spa. Sana Shiro is currently on pole level, has opted for the hard compound. So is it the strategy? Is he trusting his pace against the runners behind him? Lungs as well in P4 has opted to do the same. But let's wait and see. Is it going to be a case of drivers just sending it from the get-go on the medium compound, or will the latter strategy be of benefit to most of them? The drivers are parking their cars as Brahmenry gets disqualified. Let's have a look at the start. So you going to be taking us through it, Nemo? Let's go.
Ooh, I think they're all about lined up now, and looks like we have lights out.
Wow, we're gonna get a delay a bit, of course, and we are off any second now. You Codemasters annoys me, but it looks like Sanashiro gets a clean start. Michelle Boutique just says it on the inside. It says, let's go. Contact. Oh, there's contact. Oh, Man Ray has literally killed most of the grid.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness, Paizo has a DNF'd. Stags as well. DSQ, I'm assuming, because of... Oh, Spy is the worst out of all of them. He is DNF'd.
Oh no, he's gonna be very upset.
Oh my goodness. That Man Ray spin must have cost the Spy, as he is the first driver to dinner. Safety car is out on the first turn. You know what the rule is with breakaway. First corner, just that starts.
I think Man Ray just he had a bit of a slow start getting off the line. He had a couple of guys pulling up alongside him pretty early on, which meant that he had to go wide into that first corner, and he found himself on the curb, tried to put on some power, lost the rear end, and went straight into all the guys who were on the inside of him.
Oh my goodness, a Spy will be furious, ladies and gentlemen. That's very unfortunate as we jump on board with Mr. TTK Man Ray. Ah, man. He's lost his wing. I'm assuming he's going to be pitting for the hard compound tire. Oh, disastrous start there for Man Ray. Tindo finds himself 100%, finds himself in P13 as well, has dropped 5 places. Lungs, aka Guzu, also representing, has a dismal start as he drops 8 places. Biggest gain is Mumfundo. Finds himself in P11. Of course, still will opt for ground to make it. Kane gains 3 places. Marshy, our tier 3 slash a tier 2 rookie finds himself in P9. We'll be hoping, of course, to maintain this until he finishes this race. Siege, another one of them, has gained 4 places, finds himself in P8. Liam, running the hard compound, finds himself in P7, has gained 7 places. Let's have a look if any of the drivers are going to pit. Well, they're going around again, but I'm assuming the likes of Guzu, the likes of Bram Henry will have to pit, of course, after breaking the rings.
Yeah, you're right. Lums has already dived into the pit lane. He's got a long, slow drive to his pit pass at the very end. So I think during this time they'll be thinking around, how do they respond? What's the mentality when they come out after this early pit stop? Obviously, Man Ray starting in P2. I'm sure he must have had his eyes on Sanashira, given that he was on the softer compound. So to be pitting so early must really be devastating for him.
100%. Sanashira, ladies and gentlemen, finds himself in P1. Let's have a look at the tires, of course. Do we have any penalty? Looks good. Sanashira, P1. Shengo T finds himself in P2. And now it's a case of course, the mediums versus the hard compound tire. P1 and P3 running on the hard, and 86 finds himself in P4. Let me have a look at the positions he's made. He's made 2 positions, and of course a man who's serious about coming back to tier 1 has got a point to prove here.
He wants it. He wants it. You can just see in his past couple of races just the commitment that he's been showing, and when he hasn't managed to get those points, he's really disappointed in himself. I mean, he worked hard in the off season as well, so I'm sure he'll be very happy with another good result here today.
100%. It's lap 1 of 22. We've already got a safety car. Never already said that this race is going to be tricky. Hey, and the more safety cars we have, the more it plays on the weather, of course, which of course we know Spa for very tricky weather conditions. So far so good. It looks cloudy, but the sun is still out. But 22 laps, we still 2 out of 22. Anything can still happen, of course.
Yeah, and like we said, early safety car really starts to mess with the strategy that you, in terms of tire choice in your pit window. So now the guys who start off in the hards, if there's with this safety car, they're going to want to stay out a little bit longer and hopefully see whether the weather evolves. That will give them an opportunity to pick the right moment to pit. But the mediums are going to be tied into the strategy that they have now.
100%. Are we going to be seeing the safety car come in? We are expecting it to come in. Is it going to be a late call? Is it coming in? No, it's going around again. Boring. Codemasters, come on. The grid has joined. Is anyone going to change their minds and decide to pit late? Hey, but you can't really risk it yet. I think, 100%. None of the medium runners have opted to pit. Sage is catching up to the rest of the pack. I'm not sure if the reason the safety car is going around again is because of them, as he's saving his medium compound tire. Well, if he thinks he's going to be taking the medium compound tire to the end, someone has broken his wing. Who is that? No, Guzu. What is that?
Wow, and he's already pitted.
It's literally gonna be 2 pits in about 3. Yes, and I mean the safety car is not gonna be friendly with him now. I'm expecting it to go in now, so he's gonna lose a serious time. Yeah, never.
He's gonna fall back a whole pit stop. Within the pit stop window within the this following lap. So his race is going from bad to worse at this point.
Yep, it definitely goes from bad to worse for the Haas driver. Didn't have a good start, and under the safety car has broken his wing. We are seeing that car looks very naked. from the site that we are seeing, so he might just have to pit again. What's going on? Why are people overtaking each other? Bruh, Man Ray goes wide. What is going on? Man Ray now finds himself at the back of this grid. Is it a glitch? Or is it TTK doing TTK things, Neb?
I missed it. I didn't see how he ended up back there. But I'm sure he must have made a mistake or something, because. No, but I mean he had pitted, so he was just ahead of Lungs. So just behind Lungs when they went into the pit. So I don't think it's a glitch. He's meant to be back there.
Oh my goodness! Well, enough drama at the tail of this this grid. Safety cars coming in. Sanashir, of course, leading the pack on the hard compound tire. Mshengu T on the medium compound tire. Will he have something to say about this? Warming up his tires. Who's got the likes of context behind him? 86 finds himself in P4. Debo Croc. Man on the DD Pro. It's triple D's for Debo Croc. Finds himself in P5. I am Lippo, one of the best improved drivers, aka Mr. Backdoor. Finds himself in P6 on the hard compound tire. Liam, superstar for him, had issues during quali of joining the lobby, but managed to join, finds himself in a very good position. Debutant Marshy, ahead of his teammate Kike in Pin 9, and Fundo finds up the points position. Let's jump back on board with the start. Level.
Looks like Sanashira pipped Mushengu T on the restart there. He's already pulled a full second just in the straight. So
100.
Very clean start for him. So I think he just keeps his gap and he's on the harder compound tire. I think he's definitely taking control of this race.
100% as we jump on board with our rules. Oh, 86 against a bit of exit. He says it. Is he going to hit it on the inside? Oh, they're side by side. Ladies and gentlemen, 86 straight line speed representing the Haas. Is he going to get a good exit on the tight line or is it going to be tight? Context race 86 says, let us go. Haas finds himself in the podium spots and Context loses his car. Oh, my goodness, Context has lost his car. Is it a case of his tires being cold, or is it a case of 86 is just putting the pressure on him?
I think he might have been early on the power there because it looked like he was coming all right going into the chicane, but for some odd reason just ended up spinning on the exit.
100% as we see what's going on. Oh, Kid K might be proposing a bit. It's going to be a problem there for Tinder. Oh, and it is a problem as both the drivers crash out. Oh, we do not want to see this one. I think a case for Tinder. Wasn't sure whether Kid K was close to him or was it a case of... Oh, yeah, we do not want to see that.
Damaged his wing.
100%.
Damaged his wing. He has to come in for pits.
100%. They both spun. I'm not sure if Tindo damaged his wing as well. But yeah, I think we all saw that one. Kid K was porpoising a bit, so Tindo just wasn't sure whether this man was close to him or not. So
just to interrupt you, there seems to be a battle between Sanashir and Shengu T. He's obviously managed to warm up his medium tires and he's on the back of Sanashira. He's now within 3/10 of a second.
100%, but Shengu T's ERS is already on 20%. Is he gonna make use of the ERS? DRS has not been activated yet, ladies and gentlemen. He looks at the inside. Does he make the position count? Sanashira says no. Oh no, yeah. That's a Hamilton move by Shengu T. I must say, no.
Yeah, that's not the place to send it there. I think
No,
he definitely had to pull out.
Well,
too much speed.
Yeah, well, I don't think the problem is not it being the place. He definitely could have, because I think Sanashira gave him the space. He just carried too much speed there and made contact with Sanashira. So I don't think the issue is Hashira there, but Hashira says, thank you very much. I'm on the hard compound tire, and the gap between himself and 86 is now 2.7 seconds.
That was a good one. I mean, it was a bad one to watch, but obviously he's worked out in Sanashira's favor.
100%, and I think Mshengu T might have, of course, broken his wing. I am Lippo, who goes a bit wide. Context says,
Oh,
I am...
Mshengu. Trinity spins again.
Oh, Shengu, the race goes from bad to worse. His car's also naked, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, as he watches all of the drivers overtake him, this man has to pit. Is he praying for a safety car? Well, the stewards say, no, sir, we're definitely not going to do this one for you. And he has to go all the way around of the third sector and go into the pits. Drama already. We're on lap 5 of 22, Nebu.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of action this race. The cleanup team is going to have a lot of work on their hands today. There's wings everywhere, there's carbon fiber lying all over the track.
100%. There's a yellow flag in sector 3 as well. I think it's still Mshengu T. I'm assuming he's just letting the other driver pass, noting that he will be going into the pit and changing the way. Let's jump on board. Where is the drama? I am Lippo chasing one of his close buddies there. That is Context. Currently in P5. These two are running on the hard compound tire and are going long. ERS looks healthy, but I am Lippo obviously want to close that gap and put it within a second and keep a tabs of Context. But it seems that Context has now got his groove back, been able to warm those tires up, and has opened the gap of 1.5 seconds. Let's jump back on board with Liam representing the Williams. He is putting the pressure on Mamfundo, and we must say Mamfundo, the man who started on the tail of the grid, made 10 positions, finds himself in P6.
You missed it, Zota. He actually just overtook Liam in that chicane there. It was a beautiful move down the inside, and he closed the door on him in the braking zone. So it was a really good overtake there by Fulton.
We have drama again, as we're seeing the second safety car. It's the second safety car. I wonder why. Let me know in the comments if you're aware of what happened. A lot has been going on during this race, but it's a second safety car. That is bad news for the likes of Sanashira and Context, because I'm assuming 86er will be sending him into the basement.
I think Timbo spun around. He doesn't seem to have a wing on. Kid K can also benefit from this safety car, because he didn't pit after he'd broken his wing. He kept going around, so this will give him a nice free pit, just able to get his car sorted out.
Well, it's good news for the medium runners as things stand. Second safety car out. It comes out the beginning of lap 6 of 22. Definitely these drivers will be pitting, of course, depending on what the weather does. It's basically medium runners ahead as things stand. Wait! Marshy just pitted for mediums again. After, let me just have a look at how many stops has he done. It's his first stop, and from mediums to mediums. Oh, does he know something we do not know? Is he expecting rain during the race level?
Either he's gambling on rain or he has information that we don't have.
Well, Marshy has said mediums are mediums.
While the other second pit stop in.
100%. While the other drivers, Tindo, will be thankful for that safety car after that incident with Kid K. On the hards, at least he will have some ground to fight. Lungs also has jumped on the mediums, Nebo. I know Lungs, as a man with proper racing experience, remember he started on the medium, had an incident, went on the hards, so he's opted for the medium compound now. Are these drivers thinking they're going to take the medium to the end? What's going on?
So he damaged his wing. So he had to come in for another pit.
Oh, okay. Well, I take that experience back, Kuzu. You had to pit again, sir. Currently finding himself in P12. Kid K, P13. It's going to be a tricky one if it's going to be a conversation with the stewards, of course, noting that he's proposing. Let's have a look at him. He's going to jump from one corner to the other. Let's see, is he going to jump? Nope, looks good right now. So yeah, Mshengu T will be thankful for the safety car. It gives him another opportunity. Aston Martin goes a bit wide, warms up the hard compound tire. But it's safety car number 2. Sanashiro still leads. The front 3 runners, well, rather, let me just say the front 5 have opted not to pit. I'm assuming that these gentlemen are either budgeting on another safety car or they are budgeting on the weather.
Yeah, I mean, after 2 safety cars and 6 laps, I think there might be a few more safety cars.
Safety cars.
If the trend continues.
100%, 100%. Well, let's wait and see. Christopher Crash MC that says this race is boring. Too many safety cars from the gentleman. I think the safety car has done more laps than driving. Yeah, and we definitely know that's yeah. When we see more laps on the safety car, it does get very boring. But let's hope for some drama and hopefully no safety cars. We're on lap 8 of 22. We hope that this won't be the case for Tier 3. We hope that this won't be the case for Tier 1 tomorrow. But Tier 1, remember, hey, those gentlemen have... it's as if the settings of safety car are off there, cause that thing never comes out there, bruh.
Sometimes you're just struggling at the back and you just need a safety car to pull you back into the race. you just never get it. So tomorrow let's see. I mean,
hi bo, Pramenre, Pumps Liam. Manray's AI has done the work. Man, this lobby, man.
Also sliding down. Oh,
what is going on?
Drove into Mshenguti who was parked on the straight.
What is going on? What is going on? Look at Manray's car. Look at Manray's car, gentlemen. Yeah, Bonner, this thing of having Wi-Fi got 10 MB, gents. Come on, man. We've been doing this for so long. Man Ray has caused drama in the lobby. I think he's going wide for that mere reason. I'm assuming it's his connection that is causing all the trouble. But he has bumped Liam, and I hope Liam still has his wing. Oh my goodness, it's just trouble. Look at the gap. What is going on?
Penalties everywhere. So Nipo just got a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. I think he might have overtaken someone under yellow flag conditions. Man Ray is dropping down the pecking order. I think he's either pulled it looks like his network is messed him about.
Yep. I don't think Liam will be definitely happy about that. I hope his car is still intact. But he'll be fuming, of course, with after that incident. Oh, he's got a broken wing. Oh, and the safety car is in this lap. That is just bad news. That is so unfortunate. And we know how desperate these drivers are for points. The last thing you want is another glitch in the lobby that costs you the race. Hey, but we still have a long race. Hopefully he'll be able to come back. But as things we do not want to see in these lobbies.
Yeah, I think it's part of developing and getting and improving the league as well. Is obviously giving each other capacity, network stability, and just general racing etiquette. I think that's one of the things that sets Tier 1 and Tier 2 apart at the moment.
100%. I have to definitely agree with that one. As Hashira decides to send it. Remember, these runners have opted not to pit, but Context now finds himself in a good position, having started on the hard compound as well. Finds himself in P2. And representing Mercedes, Hashira says, well, let's go, sir. Was not really caught napping as we've got another yellow flag. What is going on now? I hope it's not a network. Oh, it's the drivers just entering the pits. Context is saying, let us go. He is within less than 3 tenths. Does he have a better exit, ladies and gentlemen? Is he going to say ERS? He asked for ERS. Does Hashira say the same? No. Who's got the better straight line? Ooh, look at Hashira trying to break the slipstream. He says, well, we're going to go for another lap. Seems like the straight line speed is pretty much similar, if not Hashira is being faster.
Yeah, it looked very even there. You didn't see Context really pull up behind him, and obviously the braking slipstream.
Oh, there's a DNF! Mashi has spun! Sorry, able to just step into another safety car. No, we've got yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. Mashi lost his car while we're alive with Tindo, ladies and gentlemen. Fortunately, oh, it's a safety. I'm gonna mute this for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. You'll forgive me. It's a safety cars race. Sorry, Nebo, you might just want to continue chatting, but I'm gonna take a wait here because it's safety car and safety car and tier 2.
I was really, really hoping that we were going to have at least a couple more races, a couple more laps of clean racing, of just wheel to wheel. We haven't really seen the action that we expected to see. I mean, we've had glimpses of it, a little bit of Sanashira and Man Ray at the beginning, but sorry, not Man Ray, with Mshengu T. But a couple of areas have really creeped in and I've taken a bit of the entertainment out of the race.
100%. We must say, ladies and gentlemen, it's definitely not our fault. Tier 2 has just decided to say, well, let's go. We're going to have a race of safety cars. Let's just jump on board and see what the hot compounds are. In actual fact, if I'm Sanashiro Context, I'm going around. I'm not pitting. I'm going around. Well, Sanashiro ups to pit. Context also ups to pit. I think I would have taken a risk and not pit me, honestly.
I definitely would have hung it out and said, well, every 3 laps you've had a safety car. So
why not just stay out? It seems like everyone is pitting though. Well, Debo currently finds himself now in P1. Remember, okay. Let's assume, Nebo, that we are not getting a safety car now. We're on lap 10 of 22. I'm assuming the safety car will go around 2 more laps, which means it's going to be a 10 lap race. Will Debo and Tindo and Man Ray, well, no, I think I'll probably be stretching it with Man Ray, not be in a good position right now. And let me just say, Mshengu, will they not be in a good position right now?
I think they could be in the power positions at the moment, because I think this is a long lap around here, so the medium tires, sure, they will be screaming towards the end of this race, and they're on pretty fresh hard tires, so they could really convert this into some solid points if they keep it on the track.
100%. And we've got the medium runners as well. I'm not counting them out, of Sanashiro Context and the likes of I Am Lippo and Sage 86 as well, in relatively new medium compound. Lungs, who paid obviously after the incident earlier, relatively fresh medium compound tires, finds himself in P5. He'll definitely have the pace in the initial stages of this race. Well, we'll have to obviously look after those compound tires, but I think he's definitely in a good position.
Yeah, Tyson's asking what happened to 86er, and I think he might have just missed it. 86er drove into the back of Shengu T, who was moving quite slowly down the straight, so he picked up a broken wing and a 5-second penalty, which he served under the safety car. So that's why he found himself at the back of the grid.
Some ground to make for 86, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy how we've had safety cars and we still have drivers with a red petrol gauge there. These guys definitely went, aggressive with their fuel. But as things stand, it looks like all of them actually.
It might just be a
glitch. Yeah, correct. Well, Debo, Mr. DD, Triple D, finds himself in the lead. If I was him and I was racing in Tier 1, I was definitely not going to pit. I'd send it. That's fine. The guys on the faster compound would take me. But we've come to realize that track position is very important in that very tricky tier, Nebo.
Yeah. I think being ahead, you want to avoid any sort of traffic. You don't want to be navigating through some of these fast corners with a car on your inside or on your outside. You really just want to have clean track. I think being in front is a big plus.
100%. So the likes of Debo, Tindo, Man Ray, Shengu T, the men who started on the medium compound tire have opted to stay out on the hard compound tire that they put for a couple of laps ago. Lungs is up to the stay on the medium, and I definitely don't think this is a bad strategy. We'll definitely suffer at the end, but knowing Lungs with his tier 1 experience, if there's a driver who's going to manage the tires, it's this man.
No, definitely, and just keep your eye on the skies there. I don't know whether it's just my screen settings or what, but there's a little bit of grey creeping in.
Let's quickly have a look. Wow, it's clear skies at the beginning of Tier 2. Sector 2. It seems like it's going to be clear. I don't know. It looks clear to me, man. Are things changing as Context collects a 5-second penalty? Did he have contact with another driver? Has he broken his wing? I wonder what is going on. Of course, if he's gonna have a problem with that one. Go for it, Nibble.
He said he had contact with Liam. Contact, pick up the penalty for contact with Liam.
Oh my goodness, I don't know, let's jump on board with Liam. Is he the one that's glitching or what? Maybe he might just be the problem here. Let's wait and see. Hopefully the safety car goes in this lap, no?
Yeah, it would be good to get back to some racing. We're halfway through the race. We've only seen, 1 or 2 laps of back-to-back racing. And the safety car is definitely coming in this lap. So hopefully we get to see a passage of clean racing with none of this slowly moving around the track.
Well, apologies, I was having a conversation there with myself on mute. We're halfway there. We are halfway there. The safety car is going in. It's the Debo leading this time around. The new leader is followed close by Tindo. Is Tindo going to have something to say about that? Let's jump on board with Debo, who opts to stay. Oh, there's a spin. Manray loses the car again. I'm not going live on Manray, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired of Manray. Let's jump on board.
The top two. They seem to have gotten clean drives off the restart. Tindo is right up behind Debo's truck and seems to be really just chasing him up.
Oh no! Debo opted to not let the foot off the throttle there and had to fight that battle with Tindo with ERS on. I don't know if that's a good one. Of course, some drivers never, we know they're very scared to go. Hey, Tindo is fighting full throttle but it's definitely something you can do then, Level.
You definitely can. You just need to be brave.
Correct.
And hit the apexes.
Oh, Tindo loses his car! Tindo loses his car! Oh, I hope it's not a safety car number, please. Please, man.
No,
Ow.
Do you know that we've had maybe 2 consecutive sectors of clean racing without a yellow flag? 2 consecutive sectors.
Tier this is an embarrassment. I am so sorry. Like, Ludi saying boo. No ways.
This throws any strategy out the window.
Literally.
I don't know what to say. I don't even know what you do as Debo Krug.
Charlie 3 Stacks says, let me go to sleep. What is this? Tomatoes from Tyson. Jonathan Lara, aka Jonathan Lara's like, no way. What is going on? Driver of the day, safety car, says Tyson. Ah, man. Boo.
Yeah, this is and Sanashiro spins as well under safety car conditions.
Well, Sanashiro spun. does he get his position back? Yep, he gets his
looks like
position back. Fortunately for him, tomatoes from Don. Well, he'll be grateful that, fortunately for him, he finds himself in tier 1 now, because this would have definitely been annoying. Well, we heard him, Don, after having his debut race, complaining about safety cars there and how many laps it takes. And as I quote, pretty much suspicious. Don, representing this car, of course, in tier 1. We'll hope that we can cut the number of safety cars that we have here tomorrow. But yeah, never. I think it's.
It is a tricky track. We know it. We know it's really tricky. So I don't know, but I mean this is still a lot of safety cars, but it is also a tricky track. So I understand why some of the drivers are being caught out by it.
Well, I think as things stand, going back to the race, I think it's up to Advantage Devo, Mshengwe and Kid K. It's all about driving to the line now, because I know Codemasters it does also give up with the number of safety cars. I think we're on safety car number 4. I think they still have one more to give away, correct? Because it's 5.
One more.
They have one more safety car to give away. Yeah.
You're forced to watch racing, to go to your racing for the last 5 laps.
Well, lap 13 of 22. Hopefully we can cut it with the amount of safety cars. Tindo has opted to pit for the mediums after that incident, finds himself in P12. 86 on the hard compound tire. Definitely will not be at an advantage versus the likes of Liam, who's obviously cooked his hard compound tire. And Tindo Sage finds himself in P10. This will definitely be a good result for him. Lungs, aka Guzu, in P9. I am Lipo. Teammates, of course, with Sage, finds himself in P8. Mumfundo finds himself in P7 rather, with the 3-lap all the hard compound tires. Behind his teammates, Manray. Team orders, or is it every man for himself? Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. Good positions as they stand. As context.
Liam just dove into the pits.
Let's have a look at Liam. Is he gonna go for the soft compound tire? Or I'm assuming he will be. Well, he's got nothing to lose, right? He's it was literally at P11. Opting for.
He's so busy calling for soft tires. He says, why not go for the soft tires at this point?
No, it's not happening in Belgium. Definitely. How about in Belgium, you pit in lap 17 out of 22 for soft compound tires. The last lap you are crying, Baba. Like, yeah, like it's late. It's late, yeah. So we must not forget that this is a very long track. But yeah, hey, I mean, strategies work for different drivers, you know. So
I think Tepiso is just giving us a hint of what his tire strategy will be for tomorrow.
Will be tomorrow, so I'm sure, yeah. he must try it. I dare him to try tomorrow in Belgium.
Unless he's only thinking of doing 1 or 2 laps of racing before DNFing.
100%. Well, he's within the comments. Say personally, he thinks he can do it. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, we'll have no safety cars tomorrow for tier 1. As Rabiko's like, well, let us go. So we will see how things are. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we've got tier 3 as well. I'm assuming the gentlemen are live. So if you've got family members, you've got your boyfriend, you've got your girlfriend live racing there, you can jump right up. Noting that, of course, this race has been nothing but a race of safety cars, man.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had one clean lap yet. I don't know what to say. The only clean lap we've had has been after a safety car has been called in, but we haven't had consecutive laps of clean racing.
And I mean, they're wasting clear weather in Belgium. You know, some of us pray for this weather in Belgium, man. Like, I mean, our races always change. We always have rain in Belgium, man. This has been clear weather. We're on lap 14 of 22. Well, a couple of laps to go. Are they? Do they want rainy weather to happen, or what? So, well, We will have to wait and see. Safety cars going in this lap. We all hope this is going to be the last safety cars. Of course, Sanashir, the man who was leading most part of the beginning of this race, finds himself in P4 on the medium compound. Definitely can take it to the end versus the front three. Kid K now finds himself in P3. Shegu T, P2. Debo. Are we going to find, or are we going to be seeing a relatively fresh podium? Podium of drivers today as Shegu makes a mistake. Seems like Kid K might put the pressure, but it's race on. Hopefully, no incidents we're gonna find now, level.
Yeah, let's see. We just have to go sector by sector at this point.
One, huh?
Kid K has pulling up behind him, but I think he had to lift going up the room.
Oh my goodness.
Sanashir right behind him. In fact, Sanashir has just overtaken him on the straight. Context is also pulling up quite quickly behind him. Sure, he'll also make a move down the inside. And Kid K's already lost 2 positions on the restart.
His car is giving me heart palpitations, Kid K, bro. Like anything could have happened there. What? Debo has spotted. Debo leading the race. Oh, no safety car, please. No safety car, please.
No, I think they've maxed out their safety cars. This yellow flag in sector 1 and sector 2. Who's the yellow flag in sector 2? I think that might be 86er. Has he damaged his... No, 86er seems to be about right. But Sanashira has found himself back up in P1 on the fresher medium compound tire. That's a very good result for him after the restart.
100% as Lungs makes that move on Debo after that incident, after leading another yellow flag. I think it's probably...
Sanashira spins around.
Sanashira from leading us. What's happening with the Ferraris? What is happening? It's another safety... Hey, yeah.
It's a pin. I told you. I told you that they haven't even made it around the whole lap yet. The safety car's after them. What? Oh.
The Oaks are tired in the comments. I'm having the time of it. Everyone is like, Robico's like, I sack.
Retiring in the comments. People are retiring in the comments.
Imagine, it's not the drivers retiring. It's to go down as the worst race ever we've watched, ladies and gentlemen.
There has been no race.
In actual fact, there hasn't been no race. Let's have a look at the tire compound. Is anyone brave enough to pull its Beso strategy and go for the soft compound tires? No!
Sanashira just overtook Man Ray in the pit lane. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I'm assuming Man Ray must have messed up his pit exit because you can actually ghost exiting the pit.
He hadn't even crossed the white line, so it looks very strange for me.
Is it?
But he hasn't. Sanashira didn't get any penalties, so it must have been clean. Looked like a box to me.
Well,
nonetheless, Shegu T leads the race on 10-lap-old hard tires, just ahead of Context on 6-lap-old mediums, and Kid K in P3 with 9-lap-old hard compound tires.
100% says.
Hey,
Lose. How?
No, he did.
There's no way. There's no way.
He drove into the back of Kid K, I think.
Kid K's car's been glitching though. Kid K's car's been glitching. Did Guzu just hit Kid K's car and DNF'd?
I think it was Kid K's car or it was Lipo's car. But I was on board with Kid K and I just saw a wheel roll across the track.
So it's an interesting race, right? Because I'm looking at the penalties as well. Mshengu, Context. I've got 5 seconds. It's probably going to be a case of them querying those 5 seconds with the stewards. Unless, of course, they messed up the pit entry. That's a different story. But, I mean, we've seen so much happening during this race. Like, everyone is just all over the show.
Yeah, this has been a very bizarre race today.
It's literally been a race of safety cars. So look at, I'm having, Kid K, no. I don't know if it's an issue on his end, but as things stand, Shen will see finds himself in the lead. Context is P2, and Kid K, P3.
23 Stacks is saying Kid K could have his first win of the season here. Or ever. Sorry, his first win ever.
In actual fact, that's actually a very good point. I wonder what happened to Lungs there. Like, I think it's going to be interesting to hear his point of view there, because DNFing under safety car. I don't know if it's a case of one of the cars proposing. I just need to probably have sights of what happened there as we missed that. But anyway, well, lap 17 of 22. Let's try and make the most of it there, because it's been one of those races.
So you remember when I said you could put on some soft compound tires? What are you thinking now?
Well, I think the safety car is probably going to go in now, and as things stand, no one has opted to do so. Tepiso said he would have. But it's a tough call, you. In Belgium.
Yeah, 5 laps on the soft compound is, and these cars are probably still heavy, given that they haven't.
Of course, yeah. There hasn't been much racing. In actual fact, John raises a very good point. Have we had any like a DRS activation?
No.
Have we?
No, we have not had any DRS. Because the very first safety car came out when there was a battle between Shira and Mshengu T, and then there was a spin in the very first lap with the Spicer coming up the Eau Rouge. So we actually haven't seen a.
That is crazy.
DRS.
So we've had most of the laps of this race are safety car.
Yeah.
What?
Every 3 laps.
I know, I'm questioning this one. Is it not a glitch? No, but you know why I say it's not a glitch, Nebo. You know when we were racing in Abu Dhabi and our race had to be cancelled, right? There, no one would crash out, but the yellow flags will pull up. Here, we are witnessing these drivers crash out.
Spins, bumps, and really just some really driver errors, basic driver errors as well. So yeah, I think these are genuine safety cars.
It's a crazy one, but it's race on, and Mshengu opts to send it nice and early. Catches everyone napping. It's almost, well, both of them have caught Kid K napping. Context, and Mshengu T are off.
Yeah, they need to pull a gap to the cars behind, so it definitely favors them to be on the front foot here. And Context, with the fresher medium compound tires, you need to make this move really early on the table speed. So he needs to be right behind him.
100%. Do you think he has enough? Oh, but full throttle. As in Context is closing in. Mshengu says the arrest. Context opts to stay behind, noting, of course, that he's budgeted on DRS. But remember, throughout this race, there has been no DRS.
Context can play it a little bit smarter. I mean, fine, he's on a compound that's going to deteriorate much quicker than the driver ahead of him. But he's got 5 seconds in his pocket against Mshengu T, so he doesn't really need to force Mshengu into doing anything stupid. He can just sit behind him and take it to the end.
Maratindo. Guys, Tindo wants another safety car. Tindo wants another safety car. 86 is spot, ladies and gentlemen. Has lost the car. Has he lost the wing?
No,
I hope not.
This car seems to be in order.
100%. Mshenguti seems to be holding it down. Sanashir gets a 3-second penalty. The gap between himself and Context is currently 8 tenths. Context is saying, no sir, I'm gonna have to fight. We've got another yellow flag. Never please. Oh, Context gets a better exit. Sends it on the outside. Oh, what a move. What a move by Context. Some drama at least during this race. He sends it on the outside and says, let us go.
I think that's how, I mean, it's not the first overtake, but it's the first overtake we've seen in a while. That was a really brilliant move there by Context, and he set the fastest lap as well in that same lap, so he definitely sending his car.
100%, ladies and gentlemen, Context sends it. And we've had the first successful lap, says Romeo, aka Mandler, Masango. I am Lippo is saying let us go. Of course, we are lap 19 or 22. He's got something to say about this one versus Kid K. But Context says it, the gap is now 1.5. Noting, of course, that is on the medium compound tire. These first few laps are going to be very fast from his end.
Yeah, he's gonna be setting some quick lap times, and he needs to, because his tire is going to deteriorate much quicker than Mshengu. So if Mshengu wants to win this race, I think it's a bit of a stretch.
Watindo. You can't do that. Well, Tindo decides to bump a few drivers. What is guys?
Oh, there's wings flying everywhere.
Guys!
Oh, no.
No, man. I think a decision has to be made about this race. I think we'll just have to wait to confirm, ladies and gentlemen, if it's a case of the lobby being glitched or what, because like there can't be incidents like this. Nah, they can't be. Ngweku's like 5 wide is wild. That's definitely what I saw as well. That is definitely what I saw. I think we just need to confirm and see if
but there's genuine broken, I mean there's debris all over the track, so I don't know whether that's, are you saying that maybe there's a glitch or network problems that cause them to bump into each other?
Yeah, well, I don't know really. Like I'm so confused. Well, it's not a safety car. I think that was virtual. Even Codemasters is tired of these guys.
They've reached their cap. I told you they'll be forced into racing the last five laps.
Codemasters is like, I'm tired of these guys. Let us go. So I think that will prove that it's actually not a glitch. Because normally when the glitch happens, it's actually, I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna have to wait and see. Let's have a browse and have a look at the penalties, of course, because they will be key during this race. Context has got 5. Mshengu T's got 10. Kid K, is getting for P2. He's got a 3-second penalty and is ahead of Hashira and Tindo, who's got a 5-second penalty. TTK is saying, let's go.
The Kid K can, I think he's got 1 foot on that second podium step. He just needs to keep it together. I think he's in a good position to get some serious points today.
San Hashira has lost his car again. Hashira.
What did you say before, at the beginning of this race? You said very, very good time trial pace, but the race conversion rate is not as high.
Well, we are seeing him pointing in front. Sector 2 yellow flags. I don't know if this is Sige. Let me have a look. Well, his car looks intact. Is it 86er?
Yeah.
Well, he looks fine. One lap 21 of 22, ladies and gentlemen. Enough drama with people who were spinning. Let us go. Context. It is a glitch, no?
It is a glitch.
Of the yellow flag.
In sector 2.
Sige seems to be.
The rest of the track is clear?
Yep. Well, let's go back on board with the Context. The man leading. Mshengu T finds himself in P2. Those will be a good result as well for Mshengu T. Kid K is still running P3, but I don't know if it's his ghosts that are keeping him in P3 because as things stand, his car seems to be driven by a ghost there.
He's on the inside line and on the outside line at the same time. He's on both sides of the track.
100%. Tindo finds himself in P4. Part has got Mr. TZK. That is Brahman Ray chasing him from behind, of course. Let's have a look at the penalties. I hope that's not a mistake. Is it Mamfundo? Mamfundo makes a mistake. Oh, no. Drops down to P9. After such a recovery, would have gained good positions there. Well, let's go back to his teammates. TTK, a.k.a. Brahman Ray. Should be comfortable, of course, unless Tindo is going to query about the 5-second penalty. Of course, if it's a penalty by entering the pits, he's got no fights, as we've got another, I think it's 86 as well, who has spun out. Definitely is. We're tired of 86.
Oh, Man Ray puts it in the wall. Man Ray puts it in the wall.
And
I was just about to commend him on his recovery drive, because remember, he spun out at the very first corner on the first lap, and he was riding in P5, and he was looking good, but he's going to be kicking himself.
On the final lap, ladies and gentlemen, Ray decides to send it to the wall and has to do with a broken wing. Liam will have something to say about that. Oh, he's already... What?
What you need to keep in mind is Mshengu T has now pulled 8.5 seconds on Kid K. He could potentially keep his P2 if Kid K doesn't close that gap quickly.
Let's jump on board with Mshengu T. As Sid says, thank you very much. I'm in P2, but no one will get the fast lap. As he posts the fast lap on the soft compound tire, let's jump back on board with Mshengu T. I think the drama right now is with this man on 10 seconds, of course. If it's 10 seconds of pit entry, he has no fight with the stewards. But if it's 10 seconds because of a lobby glitch, definitely as a case, Sid decided to post a fast lap and say, no, I'm gonna DNF. Bad news for him. The gap is now 10 seconds. Let's jump back up. The gap is now 10.1. Mshengu T might just keep his P1 position. As we jump on board with your race winner, Nebo Context has said thank you very much. He will take that. He knows, of course, that Mshengu, how? Context is risky there. Context is risky. He takes P1. Mshengu T takes P2. Tindo takes that position from Kid K. Well, Kid K says thank you very much. I will take that back as Tindo gets a 5-second penalty for an unserved 5-second penalty. Kid K finishes P3 and leaves the session immediately. Kid K.
Yeah, I think it was a long race. It was a long race for these drivers.
It might have been just a little shedding. Let's have a look. What's the time? Well, not quite. But yeah, I am Lipo says thank you. I will get P10 plus the bonus point. So that's 2 points for him. Liam finishes in P9. Man Ray will be kicking himself for that mistake he made. Mumfundo finishes ahead of him. Hashiro with those incidents. Oh my goodness. Not a good race for him. Debo finishes P5, but well, that's the longest race I've ever commentated on.
This I feel like I need a break now. I feel like I've been driving for so long. Tough to watch, tough to commentate with not much action on the track.
100%. Seb says video evidence is going to be lit today. Mic check. Your race winner Context, sir. Can you confirm what was going on in that lobby? Did we have... was it a glitch or was it the driver's mistakes? I am so confused.
It wasn't glitch. The lobby was fine. And a lot of drivers had network issues as well. So it was terrible to actually follow. Kid K and Sanashira That's terrible. And Liam as well. I got a 5-second penalty because he hit me under the safety car.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I think we predicted that with the Mr. Kuzwa on the commentary. But it's P1 for you. No drama for you. And if you have to, you can query the 5 seconds. Take us through that race, man. Probably the most boring race I've ever raced in. I mean, it was literally a race of safety cars.
I'm glad that I've won Spa 2 years in a row.
Let's go.
So I'm happy about that. But I knew I was the fastest car. In the qualifying lap, in my last lap, I got disconnected right before I took the last corner, and I was literally 1.4 seconds up on my time.
Yeah.
And when I looked at the standings afterwards, I was only 7 tenths behind Ashira, so I was definitely going to take P1. So I just knew that, okay, I must just take it easy, stay out of trouble, make sure in turn 1 I make sure I get clean. As soon as I passed there, then everybody was just, I don't know, they were just fond of each other, contacting and all those things. But anyway, yeah, but the race was it was a boring race. Honestly, I can't say much about it. I just was like, you know what, let me just stay behind someone until they make a mistake, then I go through. That's all it was. No action, nothing, no strategy, masterclass, nothing, no overtakes. It's just vibes.
Talking about overtakes, though, that was a brave move there with against Mshengo T. Sorry, Ngabo.
Pardon? I couldn't get you.
Like I said, speaking of overtakes, you made a very brave overtake with Mshengo T. Literally the last chicane of Sector 3. How did you manage to send that? I'm assuming you had a better exit out of that band versus Mshengo T.
I was two minds about it. When I got close to him, I was like, you know what, let me left so that I don't crash into him. But I saw he went wide. I was like, you know what, I'm sending it. And then I just made sure that I get to the braking zone first. Then, yeah. 100. So I didn't want to overtake him, but yeah.
Let's go, P1 Nebo. Any questions your side?
No, I wanted to say that, I mean, it just tells you kept your pit crew seated for most of the race with only one pit stop. How did your strategy play out for you? Was this according to plan, or did the safety car just throw it in the air for you?
I was planning on pitting because I started on hards. I wanted to pit on lap 13. However, the safety car came out on lap 9. I was like, you know what, I'm selling this. And the way that the race was playing out, I knew there were going to be more safety cars. But I was really struggling in lap 21. I don't know if you noticed, I lost so much time. I was lifting and coasting through each corner.
You managed to keep it on the track and keep it in P1, so congratulations on your race win.
No, thank you very much.
100%, 25 points for Mr. Context. Well, Mercedes. Rare to see Mercedes in P1 then, but finally we have Mercedes in P1. Kid K, mic check, Kid K, mic check.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Apparently you were a ghost, sir. Take us through your race.
I wasn't a ghost, bro. I wasn't a ghost. I had a terrible race. Mfundo hit me. My diffuser or something like that got messed up. And then Tindo hit me as well. And I was like, you know what? This is the end of my race. But as soon as I pit for hards, then I saw the safety cars flowing, people losing positions. And suddenly I was in P3. Had to keep it.
Let us go, Don, aka Don Rubico. In Tier 1 is saying, I'm glad Kid K didn't win because people were thinking your car was like ghost there. But podium finish for you. Let's go, Kid K. How do you feel about that?
That's good. First podium since I joined BrakeAway, so yeah. It's a good
thing. Man, no, you deserve a round of applause there. Yeah. Congratulations for that.
Someone in the comments had actually called it at some point. They thought that you were gonna win the race. You had a fewer number of penalties than the drivers ahead of you, and someone was like, you might be on for your first winner ever in BrakeAway racing. How were you feeling in those last closing stages of the race?
I saw Mshengu had like 10 seconds, and he had like I think the gap was like 5 seconds, and it was slowly increasing. But I was like, you know what? I don't need to push. Let me keep it slow and keep my cool focus, and then just cross the finish line. Because angifuna matata la.
KK saying he definitely managed that race, so his P3, he was happy with it, rather than gunning for P2, and spoiling his race. Good podium finish for him. Let's do we have Mshengu T on the line? Mic check, Mshengu, mic check. I don't think we do.
No, it doesn't seem to be in the party. Just you and I.
Let's go. Crazy race there for tier 2. Probably the longest race we've had the whole season, Mr. Kuzwa.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many people going back to watch this race. There's not enough action on track.
Well, yeah, thankfully for the both of us, the race, we managed to finish the race. Context, Mshengu T, KK are your drivers on the podium. Tindo managed to finish P4, making 8 positions. Debo and Sanashiro running in formation P5, 6. Mfundo, Bramenre also running in formation for Alpine. Liam, we'll probably have a couple of videos to post there at Discord for the stewards. And I am Lipo says fast lap and P10 making 2 points for him. Last few words, but before we close this long race out.
I have very few words. I'm just looking forward to the next race.
Oh, well, the next race, ladies and gentlemen, will be Tier 1 tomorrow. Same track. Do join us. We can promise you, as Tier 1 drivers, it won't be this kind of a show. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate your patience. But yeah, some of us also in the commentary box couldn't deal with it anymore. But at least we are out. Thank you very much to Mr. Kuzwai all the way from London for joining us. We will catch you guys. Well, we hope you guys will be watching us tomorrow. Thanks and good night.
Yes.